Hey guys, today I'm going to be filming a review for The Last Crown by Victoria Aveyard. And this is going to be non-spoilers and spoilers. So the beginning is going to be non-spoilers and then the end is going to be spoilers. So stay tuned if you haven't read this book and you're interested in seeing if it's good or not. So first I'm just going to give you the star rating. I gave this book 3 stars on Goodreads and I gave it for a lot of different reasons. So I read The Red Queen in early December after Black Friday, because I got it at Target for like on discount or whatever, and I really enjoyed The Red Queen. Like, it became a really good book, and in the first book, The Red Queen, it wasn't dystopian at all, at least in my opinion. Like, yeah, it's a whole different kind of reality, but it was more fantasy in my opinion because of all the powers and stuff like that. But when I read Glass Sword, it seemed a lot more dystopian because there's a lot of, like, I don't know, because the Scarlet Guard gets a lot more kind of in picture and in focus, I guess, and it just, like, it didn't click with me anymore, and I didn't feel that fantasy vibe anymore. It was like full-on dystopian, and I was kind of like, dystopian's getting a little old, like, But for me, it was really hard to get into, because I remember when I first got it on February 9th, the day it came out, I started reading it, and I read like the first 30 pages, but I put it down because it was just so boring. And so I waited until one of my friends finished it, and that's Rebecca, by the way, and she told me, like, oh my gosh, Cassie, I know it's slow in the beginning, and I know you don't like slowness, but you need to read it because it gets better. And so I read it, and I do agree that it does get better, but because it took so long to get into it, that's why, one of the reasons why I gave 3 out of 5 stars and not like 4 or 5 out of 5 stars. And you do get to learn more about the characters, and personally, I did not like Mare in the book. And I guess she kind of gets better at the end, but in the middle or in the beginning, she's so selfish. Like, so when you're reading this, try to overlook that as best as you can. And I don't know how I feel about some of the romances in the book. I'm kind of, I don't know. And I'm starting to like Clorne more and more. And, I kind of connected Clorne to like Gale in the Hunger Games. I don't know why, but like the best friend who like kind of likes her or whatever. I just kind of made that connection. But, so that's going to be it with the non-spoilery review part. And so now I'm going to get into the spoilers. So if you haven't read that book and you are planning to, please exit out of this video and I'll see you when you finish it. So, I have a lot of things to say about this book. First of all, can we talk about the ending? That ending, though, wow, it was something. First of all, I did not see any of that coming at all, really. Like, the last 20 pages come, like, in, like, that, and I was just shocked. Like, I had a full-on panic attack when I was reading that. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I was, like, breathing really, like, I don't even know how to explain it, but I got so worked up at the end of that book. I was like, no, excuse me? And when Shade died, like, I started crying when Shade dies, and I'm, like, I get really involved and emotional with books and movies and stuff like that, but not really in real life. But, like, I get teary-eyed or whatever. I don't normally full-on cry, but I full-on cry when Shade dies. And can we talk about Farley? Because I think Farley's pregnant. I know that Victoria Aveyard doesn't, like, announce it in the Glass Sword or whatever, but, like, I think that's the answer that John gave her or whatever. Like, and Shade would have been a really great dad. Like, honestly, Shade would have been so great. But Mare was so selfish, like, after he died. Like, honestly, he was your brother. Your family's in mourning. Stop being so selfish. Like, ugh, I had a lot of issues with Mare in this book. Because, first of all, when she started getting those letters, I hate Maven. I hate Maven so much. Like, okay, first of all, Maven, why did you kill that baby? Honestly, it's a baby. The baby wasn't a new blood. The baby didn't have powers. He killed a baby to prove a point. And they're sending these 5,000 kids up to the front of the lines, basically as like a death sentence that they didn't deserve, really. And Mare can stop it by going back to Maven. And I know, like, oh my gosh, like, you've been through so much. Yeah, Maven and like Queen Elena, like, yeah, they suck, they do. But would you rather like kill basically 5,000 innocent kids and all the new bloods that are trapped at that prison? Or just save them by going there? Like, honestly, I know it's gonna suck. I know that Elena's gonna pick your brain or whatever, but like, honestly, I was so pissed off. Like, Mare, why are you being so selfish? Like, part of me wishes that Victoria Aveyard hadn't made her so selfish. Like, I just wish that Mare would have snuck out in the middle of the night, gone to Maven, and then, like, I don't know, I just wish that she would have handled it in a different way. Like, why couldn't she have gone to the palace and then, like, and then Cal just, like, have a rescue mission or something to get her back, or I don't know. And I don't like the connection that Mare and Cal are having, and I don't like how Clorne completely, like, turned away, and all of a sudden he, like, wanted to, like, join her on the rescue missions. Like, it didn't make sense. It didn't connect. And I gave this book a 3 out of 5 stars. I probably should have given it a 2 out of 5, but it's a 3 out of 5 because I did partly enjoy the ending, and I'm just so sick of like fighting and like armies or wars or whatever that kind of rebellions like in books. And I really appreciate it when authors write about rebellions but from the side that isn't rebelling, like the side that like actually stands firm to the government, because I think that rebellions in books are getting really old and that they aren't necessary anymore. Like, honestly, we've had so much dystopia, and like that's all we see in movie theaters these days, and that's all the hype is about. And I think like it's starting to die down a little bit, and I think that authors should get the memo, like, hey, dystopian isn't really like up there anymore, so you should like be a little more creative. I mean, Victoria Aveyard is a creative author. I mean, like with the whole Red Blood, Silver Blood series, like, I mean, that's like really creative, but I just wish you wouldn't have gone with the common route and like started a whole rebellion or anything like that. And I just didn't like it at all. And I definitely think the first one was a lot better. And the second one is like the typical sequel where it's like a gap novel between the first and third one, and the second one just kind of really sucks. And I think that that's like true. And I mean, it doesn't suck entirely, because I mean, there are some good points in it, and are some good stuff, but it just, I didn't, yeah, so. Those are my feelings on Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. If you like this video, please like it, and I hope you subscribe, because there's going to be a lot more videos in the future. So, yeah. And if you like these reviews that I'm doing, then please let me know in the comments below, and if you don't, let me know, so I can know to, like, I don't know, butt out, I guess. Because I have more videos in mind that aren't reviews, but I just had a lot to say about Glass Sword. So yeah, and I do recommend you read it. Like, if you haven't read it and you just want it to be spoiled or whatever, I do recommend you read it, because I mean, it is okay. And if you have read The Red Queen and have heard bad things about Glass Sword, still read it, because I hope it eventually will get better. There has been a lot of hype about it and stuff like that, and I mean, the hype was worth it. Like, the first one was amazing, like really good, but the second one's starting to deteriorate, but I hope the third one's going to be better. So yeah, but that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!